What's up, YouTube? It's Ev, bringing the blaze back. Welcome back to episode 3 of our Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. Now, if you don't remember where we left off last time, we got the Pokedex from Professor Rowan, and I believe we had just gone back and talked to our mom to let her know we were going on the journey. It says right here in our journal, started from Twin Leaf Town, rested comfortably at home. Yeah, so it looks like, I believe we're in Sandgem Town at this point. We had collected the, we're in Sandgem Town. We collected the item down at the beach, and we were headed towards Jubilife City to intercept Barry. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to make sure, before we get started, that I have my Pokeballs. I have 4. I feel like that should be okay. I don't know... So, I really like Shinx, and I know that Shinx is an upcoming encounter on this route, but I feel like I've used Shinx a lot, and I kind of want to switch up the team. I'm already using Bidoof, which I feel like, honestly, Bidoof is almost a staple. So I would like to keep him on the team, but I do want to switch some members up. I do have some ideas for nicknames for the members, and for new team members. So remember, if you got any ideas for nicknames for new team members or the existing team members, make sure to drop down in the comments below before we get to the name rater in Eterna City. Otherwise, I do have some ones that I've been thinking about myself that I do think are pretty cool. Alright, so this sign is telling us Sandgem Town is back down there. And right before we hop into that tall grass, Dawn is going to intercept us.
Oh, that's right. Ev, I haven't shown you how to catch a Pokemon. I'll demonstrate how to catch one, so just watch me, okay?
There you go, she's sending out Turtwig. While this is happening, I don't know how many of you guys noticed, I actually did lose my template from the last video, so I tried to recreate it. I think I did a pretty good job recreating it. But what you'll see, I'm going to fade it in right about now. That's right, guys, we have face cam officially. I figured, I was watching a video on starting a YouTube channel, and he was telling me, you know, it's never gonna be perfect. If you wait for it to be perfect, you're never gonna start the channel. The best idea is to just start the channel and make each video a little bit better, and you'll see exponential growth from that. And so that's what I decided to do. So every video I'm gonna try to make it better in some way, and so this one, it's with the face cam. I do think that helps with interaction a lot. It helps it feel more personal. I feel like I get to show you my reactions, and you can kind of see more my experience playing. So I'm very glad to have that.
Giggle. See, isn't that neat?
I'm sorry, I can't be doing that. I'm a voice actor.
Tee-hee. See, isn't it neat? Actually, it's better to lower your target's HP more than I did. It's important to get the Pokemon's HP down as low as possible. This is because a healthy Pokemon is very difficult to catch. Oh, Pokemon also get easier to catch if you make them sleep or something by using a Pokemon's move.
I'm gonna just scoot this forward and get comfortable.
Okay, Ev, I'll get you started. I'll give you 5 Pokeballs.
Oh, perfect. So we already had 4, and now we get 5 more. So we should be good on Pokeballs for just this first part.
If you have lots of Pokemon with you, it'll be safer on long trips. Plus, it'll be a lot more fun having your Pokemon friends along. Okay, I need to get going. Bye now.
And there goes Dawn. So I was actually thinking, a team member that I never really got to use, I never used in my original team, I probably would have used him in place of Rampardos, if I had been playing at night, is Kricketot. However, I don't know if you can see right now, we are not playing at night, so we might need to swing past here again to catch a Kricketot if that's a popular enough team member. I know he evolves pretty early, and Kricketune is not bad in the early game. Not specifically in Platinum, but in the following games, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Black and White, X and Y, I actually did take a bug team member all the way to the champion team. I remember my Pavilion learning, I think it was Quiver Dance, but I know it learned Hurricane and Bug Buzz. And it was still pretty good. It was like level 52 or something. But I kept that thing all the way, and it was absolutely not weak. I know the sentiment is the bugs get weak, but especially in the Sinnoh region, I mean, there's Aaron, and he was always a reason why I kind of didn't write bug types off, because his team, I thought, looked really cool at least, especially in Platinum and BDSP, when he had the Drapion and the Flygon. I mean, all the like pseudo bugs. I remember in Pokemon Masters, they had Lance come on and say, "Hold on, I'm gonna voice act this. You're a Pokemon trainer, and so am I. Our eyes met, so battle we must. Battle we must." Yeah, so in Pokemon Masters, they had Lance come on, and he had a Gyarados, I believe. It was a red Gyarados from Johto. And he said that, yeah, he's a dragon tamer, but not all dragons are dragon types. And so, that was an official canon from Pokemon before they, kind of stepped into this BDSP era. And so they really made that a thing on Aaron's team. They really started implementing type diverse teams on type specialists if they made sense with the type specialty. And I think that's cool. As long as you're keeping within the same theme. Wow. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to try not to grind, because I do want this to be a challenge. It looks like it might be a challenge if we're not grinding. We might have to grind up a little bit. Oh no. Yeah, also that was a crit, if you didn't see it. And we missed our tackle. So I think we totally could have won that battle. It's just the odds were stacked against us that time. But another thing, if you haven't played these Gen 4 games, something you will see, crits are terrifying. They stop being terrifying in Black and White. I mean, they ignore stat boosts, and they do an extra 50% damage. These ignore stat boosts and do an extra 100% damage. They do double damage. It's like you're hitting a super effective move. So if you're hitting a super effective stab move, and then you crit again, it's like you're hitting a 4 times effective move, like hitting a scissor with a fire move. So crits are really scary, and there's a trainer coming up. I'm not going to spoil it for those of you who haven't played Platinum yet, but there is a trainer, you all know who I'm talking about, early in the game, who is infamous for getting crits and being extremely overpowered for the level they're at. And so I think it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm going to just, I think this is Ember at level 7. Okay, perfect. So I think with Ember, we're totally good to rematch this guy's Starly again. It's funny, I haven't seen any Shinx on this route. I know the first route is just Bidoof and Starly. I feel like Shinx was always an iconic early route Pokemon in Sinnoh. It kind of fit into that trio for me. It was more of a trio than a duo. And I know Shinx starts appearing on this route with Kricketot, and then, like I said earlier, Bidoof was on the other side of Jubilife. But I'm surprised we haven't run into Shinx at all. It seems pretty common. It's pretty iconic with the theme of Sinnoh. Alright, battle we must. Back in this. I'm going to focus this time. Alright, so we send that to Starly. Now, I mean, we're level 7. We're missing a little bit of HP, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. This is actually a stab move. Ooh. See? And crit. Okay. So, Karma. Karma came back around. And we level up to level 8. Alrighty. So we defeat youngster Tristan. I think I looked at his nature. Once again, I do not have all the natures memorized. I believe Chimchar is a special attacker. I'm going to look this up after this episode. I'm not going to be looking stuff up in the middle of the episode. I just want to see it. I mean, looking from his stats. I might just do this. So his speed's pretty good, which is typical for Infernape. He's got like good mixed attack, but it looks like his special attack is pulling ahead. I'm not sure if that's from IVs, EVs, or the nature. But it looks like, at least for now, he is more of a special attacker. All Pokemon that are involved in a battle earn EXP points. The more your Pokemon battle, the stronger they become. Alright, we got another trainer to face off here. And see, now that we really...
I spy with my little eye a trainer. A battle, please.
Yeah, so now that we really have an Ember, we get that stab boost, and Chimchar uses special attack more, as we just looked at. These first couple battles, this like first route is going to be much easier. That's why I really didn't want to grind, because I mean all those multipliers stacked on top of each other anyway. We're going to be doing just fine. We don't need to grind. I will be trying to involve all of my team members evenly, because I don't, once again, like I said last episode, I don't want one team member becoming super overpowered. I don't want to fully rely on them. So I will be kind of switching up team members in the front slot every now and then. I may throw in a couple wild battles. I won't sit there for, you know, a sizable amount of the episode and fight. If I do fight, I'll have commentary over it, or I'll speed it up. So we're going to try to level up Bidoof right here. It looks like he's on pretty even footing. I never realized that our Bidoof is a girl. That might change my nickname for it. Although I feel like I could still... there's a lot of potential here. We got this Bidoof. We gotta remember, our Bidoof is cunning. We've got a very strategic Bidoof that we're working with. We're gonna switch back out into Chimchar. I will say, while I'm kind of fighting these few Pokemon in the tall grass, something that I'm noticing is going back to these 2D sprites from the 3D models. I know it's a big point of controversy among the fans. Is Bidoof in the front? Yeah, I'm gonna heal him up. It's a big point of controversy among the fans. I personally think there's a lot more personality in the 2D sprites. And the fact that they would change from game to game, and even in black and white when they were just constantly animated, I think that looked really good too. But like the different poses they would take, it was like you could use the same Pokemon game after game, and it's like you were using a different Pokemon. You got to see a different side of them. And in 3D models, I mean, I'm not ragging on 3D. I liked X and Y. I liked the introduction of it. I had fun. They were fun games. And it was cool seeing those 3D models for the first time, but after a while, and you're seeing them in the same poses, doing the same idle animations, I mean, it does get old. I don't know how many of you have played Scarlet and Violet, but actually, in Scarlet and Violet, they updated a lot of the old 3D models. And so, like, I'm not doing a lot of damage. They did a lot of the old 3D models, so that, I'm talking about Bidoof. Now, I don't trust that we're not going to get crit back, so I'm going to try to live this. So, like, one of the notable ones, Charizard, got a lot more sleek, and they gave him a grounded animation. And so you can it's kind of bringing back those different 2D poses in the 3D world, and I'm totally down for that. I don't mind the 3D models at all, as long as they change, as long as they're dynamic, you know? I want to see the personality. I don't want, like, all the flying Pokemon kind of got subject to that, ooh, we learned Taunt. All the flying Pokemon got subject to that idle gliding pose. And I mean, we might be pushing it here, because we got one more trainer to face. Okay. They got subject to that, like, gliding pose, and I feel like there's so much you can do, whether they're grounded and they kind of look strong and intimidating. I'm going to voice this. Let's have a Pokemon... what do I do with this? I feel like I can't have him be the same as Barry. Let's have a Pokemon battle. But I'm gonna win. Let's go with that. Sure, why not? But, yeah, so the idle animation of it gliding, I feel like some of them look good with it gliding, but, like, it really kind of looks stale. And you could have them look powerful, like if they're like a Tropius, having them on the ground. Ooh, beautiful. Having them on the ground really emphasizes their weight and how big they are, and they can take off. But it's like a dragon taking off more than a bird taking off. Or if you have something with a lot of energy, say like a Fletchling or a Rookidee, kind of bouncing around on the ground, and then kind of hopping up into like a little glide and coming back down. I feel like you could you could do just like idle loops that wouldn't take that long to animate, and you could loop them over and over. As long as it changes from game to game, gives personality, I think that's just, like, 3D models are not a step backward for Pokemon as long as they use them right. So Pokemon only appear in the morning. Some only come out at night. I'll keep looking till I see them all. Yeah, so he's talking about Kricketot. This is the NPC that gives you that hint towards Kricketot. The first Shinx of the run. See, like that, where he kind of jumps up and does that scared cat pose? I think that's cute. So we might run back here. We might record at night and run back and catch a Kricketot, because I am a fan of Cricketoon's Cry. It's once again infamous. Sinnoh has a lot of those memes. It's got Bidoof. It's got the I believe Cricketoons goes like right. So I mean, that's right up there alongside the Regirock memes. You know, the classic. I'd say those are probably the two most iconic Pokemon cries in the modern day. This was also one of the reasons Shinx was so good back in the day, paired with Staraptor. Because, I mean, the first Pokemon you catch, they both got Intimidate, and you can just, like, you can switch them out, and as each one comes in, you're just getting free attack drops on whatever you're facing. And it helps you really scale down really strong opponents. Opponents which we will be facing in the Pokemon League. There are some very strong challengers in there. I guess we're the challenger. Very strong title defenders, we'll say. And most of you, I believe, know who they are. Entering Jubilife City.
Hi, Ev. Are you catching Pokemon? I think you'd feel a lot safer if you were to catch some more. You know, like when you need to travel to faraway places. Oh, I know. Don't you think it's better to know more about Pokemon? Sure it is. I know just the place. Come on, don't be shy. Follow me.
Man, Jubilife City music is so good too. Oh, here we go. This is something that didn't happen in Diamond and Pearl, but something that happens, I believe it doesn't happen in Diamond and Pearl. Unless I'm tripping here. I believe this is Platinum exclusive. But he shows up in a couple games after this. I won't say every game, because I think they stopped showing him in Sword and Shield, unfortunately. He was one of my favorite characters. I love this guy.
That man, what is he doing?
What? How did you know? How did you unmask me as a member of the International Police?
Huh? What? I beg your pardon. I was just making conversation.
Ha! You claim you were only making conversation, do you? But I know better not to believe that. No, no, no. You recognized right away that I was someone extraordinary. That is why you spoke to me, is it not? Your power of observation is fearsome. Quite admirable you are. Now that my cover has been blown, let me introduce myself. I'm a globe-trotting elite of the International Police. My name, no. I shall inform you only of my code name. My code name, it is Looker. I wonder what Looker's actual name is. Drop down in the comments if you have any ideas. If it drops anywhere, maybe in the manga it says somewhere and I missed it. If you have any information, this is crucial information that we gotta find ASAP. My code name, it's Looker. It is what they all call me. Incidentally, is the saying, "Don't be a thief," familiar to you? It is actually. It's when you throw the Pokeballs at a trainer's Pokemon and they block it. We've all tried it. There is nothing wrong with it. Yes, that is correct. Taking what belongs to others is wrong. Unfortunately, there are apparently those who do not heed those words. In Sinnoh, in fact, there are criminals stealing the Pokemon of others. I have therefore been on the lookout for characters arousing my suspicion. Incidentally, you are trainers, yes? Perhaps you can make use of this. And we got the Versus Recorder. That Versus Recorder, it's a nifty device for recording a match. I obtained it because it was quite popular these days. But myself, I do not do Pokemon battling very often. It will be better in the hands of you. Also, I have a request. If you were to see me again, I ask that you do not talk to me, for I am on duty. Actually, yes. This is how I picture him being like, yes. Oh, I forgot the bill of my hat. Imagine there's a bill right here. Actually, yes, yes. You may speak to me. You must. Not because I'm lonely. No, no, you must inform me of bad guys. You must inform me of any happenings. And there he goes. The man, the myth, the legend.
Working for the International Police must be hard. Ev, here it is. It's the trainer school. The name says it all. I saw your friend Nathan go in earlier. He could still be there studying. Okay, bye now.
Yeah, so before we hop into the trainer school, I will say, Legends Arceus. It feels like it just came out a little bit ago, right? It's been already 3 years. More than 3 years, because it came out in February or January, one of the two, of 2022. And that was, I mean, so BDSP, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here. BDSP are good games in and of themselves. But one of my favorite points, as you'll see, and as you probably have seen so far in this playthrough, I like to explore Sinnoh. I don't really just like to, I spend a lot of time in the overworld. And the Chibis kind of killed that, you know, adventure-y feel for me. It didn't really feel like I was exploring this vast world. It kind of felt like everything was boxed in. Nothing was really scaled up. You couldn't look around. It was still top-down. And which I feel like top-down works in an entirely different way in 2D than it does in 3D. Especially after you've already been to like Sword and Shield, where you can look around freely. It just... I don't hate BDSP, but I'm much more apt to count Legends Arceus as my Sinnoh remake than BDSP really is. BDSP to me is more of a remaster, but I absolutely loved Legends Arceus. I like the Hisuian forms that came in it. At one point, I'd like to do a playthrough of Legends Arceus on this channel, but one of the things Legends Arceus did is they gave us remixes, or like references in their music to Gen 4 music, the Sinnoh music. And Jubilife Village, your kind of hometown in those games, is based off Jubilife City, has that music. And so kind of like as you complete more quests, you get more track layering on top of it, and it kind of builds into something resembling this. Now it's not exactly the same track. Same thing with Eterna Forest. When we get to Eterna Forest, I'm just gonna vibe out there for a minute, guys. When we get to Eterna Forest in this playthrough, but what was it? The something wood, the Heartwood. The Heartwood in Legends Arceus is a remix of Eterna Forest, and I like how it links back, you know, showing the places, what they looked like before Sinnoh got civilized to the point of Diamond and Pearl, and so it's kind of like a more wild, serene remix of it. But we're going to go ahead and hop into that trainer school, deliver this package to Nathan from his mom. There he is. Here we go.
Hey Ev, did you come to study too? I went ahead and memorized everything that was up on the blackboard. After all, it's the trainer's job to avoid having their precious Pokemon hurt in battle, right? So Ev, what brings you, huh? You got something for me?
Ev delivered the parcel. Yeah, we did.
So what is this? Score, it's a town map. Huh? Why are there 2 in here? I like it a lot, but I don't need 2. Here, Ev, you take one.
And we got a town map.
Ev put the town map in the...
Oh, that's just me. Ev put the town map in the key items pocket.
Well, according to the town map, I guess Orberg City is where I should be going next. There's a gym, so it'd be perfect for raising the Pokemon I just caught. Well, I'm on the road to becoming the greatest trainer of all time. See you around.
It's an item, yeah. We got an X attack. I believe up on this board, it goes over status conditions. Yeah, it does. You can learn about what each of them do. I can give you a quick rundown for those of you that aren't familiar. Poison takes down your health through battle and outside of battle. It's straight damage over time. Paralyzed will cut your speed in half or a quarter. It got changed in one of the recent generations. I think here it still cuts your speed in half, and 25% of the time you won't be able to move. Asleep, I think you can sleep from 1 to 3 turns. I might be mixing some of this up with modern mechanics because it has changed over time. But the way I know sleep right now, you can sleep from 1 to 3 turns, and while you're asleep, you are immobile. You can't move. You can switch out. I think back here it's the same, but when you switched out, it reset the turns of sleep, kind of like how Regigigas' ability works. But in the new games, you can burn a turn of sleep and come back, I believe. Speaking of burned, it'll cut your physical move's power in half, so it really hurts physical attackers and does a little bit of chip damage over time. Poison also has a toxic version, where it'll double its passive damage every time, so I think it'll do 1/16, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, and so eventually you would take your whole health bar of damage in one hit from poison, if it's the toxic variation. And then frozen, I believe you have a 25% chance to thaw out at the end of the turn, or you can use a fire move, or get hit by a fire move. Otherwise you're immobile, kind of just like sleep. But I do want to use a lot more status moves. I really don't want to just kind of power through this playthrough. I want it to be interesting. I want it to be strategic.
It's perfectly fine for trainers and Pokemon to develop at their own pace. If there's anything you're not familiar with, you can look it up here. Pokemon are smart enough to use items they're holding, but they won't know what to do with man-made items like potions and antidotes.
So they're kind of hinting that you can use berries, have your Pokemon hold berries. I wrote an essay in a notebook on what makes a true Pokemon trainer. We learned about Pokemon types today. Grass is weak to fire, fire is weak to water, and water is weak to grass. Now these guys, am I healed up? I don't think I healed up. Okay, so I'm going to heal up. I'm going to come back to this trainer school actually, and we're going to face these guys. I can't remember if it's in Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, but in one of them you get a TM. Now I'm not going to spoil what that TM is. We're about to find it anyway. But it is a very cool TM that I like a lot. And since our Chimchar is a special attacker, I'm thinking of giving it to him. Bidoof in the front. We're going to give Bidoof some experience. Doing it is the best way to learn. Can I get a battle with you? Go, my Pokemon, go! Okay, he's already using X items. So I think we can take a hit or 2 hits. Okay, so banking on the fact that he doesn't get a crit here, we can take 2 hits. Okay. So that gives Bidoof some time in battle. He did some work. He got Starly down to half. And Chimchar can come out. I'm sure, yeah, Chimchar's got that in the bag. Chimchar is a beast. Let's go. That should be enough. Perfect. And Bidoof leveled up to 4. This is essentially the MVP at this point. And Chimchar to 10. Alright, perfect. So that's one of the trainers down. I didn't use items effectively, and we got $120 extra. It's hard to win if you don't have some Pokemon to choose from. Now Bidoof's already kind of weakened. I'm going to keep him in, I'm going to switch him out immediately.
I just became friends with my Pokemon. I'm not sure if we can do this properly, but may we battle? I need to try the things I learned before I forget them.
Okay, it's Bidoof on Bidoof. Now, I think the tackle coming off the stab, coming off of Bidoof, is going to be enough to KO our Bidoof, so we are going to switch. Like I said, I'm just going off intuition. I don't know the exact damage calcs. I don't know what kind of IVs or EVs these Pokemon have. I'm not really concerned with that. I don't really care what they have. I'm just gonna kind of guess, and it kind of keeps it more exciting. Because if we always know how much damage it's gonna do, it makes it no fun. I'm just gonna say I think he can live that, or I think he can't live that, and then like if I think he can live it and he ends up not living it, now we got to play around it. I think that adds to the fun.
I like to study a lot. I thought I could win.
And $120 again. And
we were actually confident that we would do pretty good, but I'm completely impressed by how tough you are. If you like, talk to my friend and get a nice item from him.
And is this what I think it is? Woo, you're really good. We've been studying every day, but we were no match for you at all. You'd be able to use this potion properly here. Oh. It must have been Diamond and Pearl. So the TM I was talking about was Hidden Power. Hidden Power changes its type. It can be any of the types. It's a special move. It can be any of the elemental types, but it's dependent on what your IVs are. So IVs are individual values, and they're the values of stat points that Pokemon are born with when they hatch out of an egg. So you could have a Chimchar with an electric move, or a Chimchar with a water move. And I think that's really cool. One of the cool things, too, is when you first put on a Pokemon, you kind of got to hit different Pokemon with it to figure out what it is, because it just says normal on your screen. It won't tell you what kind of hidden power it is. You have to figure it out for yourself. The Trainer School, the first step for trainers. Alright, and there's one more thing I wanted to do. There he is. Ho ho ho! You call yourself a Pokemon trainer, and yet you have no Pokédex? That is, Pokemon Watch, or Pokédex for short. Oh my, you are a rare case indeed. You see, I invented and now manufacture Pokédexes. Not only that, I'm now conducting the Pokédex promotional campaign. All you have to do is find 3 clowns in Jubilife City. If you can find them, I will gift you with a Pokédex. Oh gosh, I gotta voice clowns. Okay. It's like, something like that. I'm gonna do my best. Hi, I'm a Pokédex campaign clown. Let's roll out my question. Does a Pokemon grow by defeating others and gaining EXP points? Kind of stuff like Krusty Burger from The Simpsons. At least if it sounds like in my head. Yes it does. Ding ding, you're absolutely correct. Pokemon grow stronger by defeating other Pokemon in battle. Some Pokemon even grow into an entirely different form in a process known as evolution. I feel like this is such a derpy tone to be getting like an actual Pokemon lore lesson in. Let's go find the other 2 clowns. Hi, I'm a Pokédex campaign clown. Let's roll out my question. Can a Pokemon hold an item? Yes, they can. A Pokemon may hold a single item. Some items become effective as soon as they're held by a Pokemon. Berries are eaten by Pokemon as necessary during battle. Here you go, your Pokédex coupon. One of the cool things in Sinnoh, too, is they introduced the plates. And it's for a specific Pokemon in this game. And so each of them, I believe they had like charcoal and stuff. I don't know if they added the charcoal after, but charcoal boosts move's power of a certain type by 20%. So if you have a fire type move and you have a charcoal on a Pokemon, it's going to be 120% of the power. And so the plates do the same thing, and there's a plate for every type. So, and you can find them around the Sinnoh region. That was always a cool thing that I would strive to find all the plates and put them on Pokemon and get that power boost. Because especially in playthrough, it does help a lot. And here's the last Pokédex clown. Hi, I'm a Pokédex campaign clown. Let's roll out my question. Just like Pokemon types, the moves of Pokemon also have types. Ding ding, you're absolutely correct. If the Pokemon's type matches its move's type, that move is made much more powerful. Here you go, your Pokédex coupon. And we got the coupon too. Got him 1, 3, 2. Look at that scarf blowing in the wind. It's absolutely majestic. And this is the director. I gotta go back to director's voice. Okay. No, that's Clowny. Ho 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 ho. Okay, let me count your coupons. I'll use the Pokédex here. 1, 2, 3. Bravo, I say, bravo. In return for these coupons, I present you this Pokemon Watch, or Pokédex for short. I've received a Pokédex. I love this Pokédex. You can add apps to your Pokédex to make it even more versatile. Touch the Pokédex screen and find the apps that are right for you. Alright, so actually, I do have a favorite screen on this Pokédex that I want to use. And it's cool, you can kind of hit back and forth. You can go back, flip through your apps. We've got the clock, we've got the team summary, we've got the step counter. If you see, it'll count our steps for us. We can reset it, but we're not going to, because I like seeing how high I can get it. We've got a calculator, and back to the clock. But I like to keep it on this screen, the team summary, most of the time. That is my favorite way to keep this app on. I mean, there's a lot of cool apps. There's a town map app that essentially makes your town map functionally useless, but the advantage, especially for me, that the town map has is look how beautiful this is. It's colored in and it's not just green, and also you can zoom in on an area, and I believe you can get information on an area. Yeah, see, so Jubilife City, each of the cities, or each of the stops, has their own sort of like Pokedex entry. And this is something that the Pokedex app just has like a really watered down version of. So I'm just going to give you the one for Jubilife City. We have a couple unlocked. I'm not going to go through every one as we get them. Just kind of show you what's up. It shows you the map of Jubilife City. The red is the Pokemon Center. The blue is the Pokemart. It says Jubilife City, the most modernized city in the Sinnoh region. It is bustling with people on the go. The Pokedex Company, the developer and manufacturer of the Pokedex, is located here. Yeah, you will see, Sinnoh is a very wild region, even to the modern day, outside of Hisui. Jubilife is very much a technologically filled hustle and bustle city. It's kind of like their connection point to the world. It's where they've got the GTS, the Global Trade System. We can trade with their players. They got the Pokedex. They're developing new technology. Many of the other towns in Sinnoh are much more wild and rugged. But now that we got that Pokedex, let's go heal up our team. One of the things that, I mean, it was never that big of a deal. But one of the things that I always noticed was when you heal your Pokemon, you have to actually change rooms before it'll update on your team summary. See? And now they're at full health. Again, it's not that big of a deal. But there were some situations where it irked me as a kid, but I got used to it. And I mean, I look back on it fondly now, so I have no issues with it. I always did like these guys. They got their DSs, a little bit of Nintendo self-promo in here. We love to see it. DS is the peak. I'm trading Pokemon with my buddy. I made my Pokemon hold an item before trading it. That will make the other trainer double happy. Almost always make them double happy. If, what's her name? Mandy? You know who I'm talking about. It won't always make the other trainer happy. But on that note, I mean, we got our Pokedex. We're here in Jubilife City. We dropped off that parcel to Barry. Got our town map. And we will be heading over to Orberg City next to obtain our first gym badge. We will be getting that gym badge next episode. Meeting the gym leader of the town. One of my favorite characters. I love all the gym leaders of the Sinnoh region. So make sure to stop in, check in for that next episode. It's going to be a good one. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and for more videos like this. Drop in the comments down below if you have any ideas for new team members, team nicknames, just your thoughts on the episode, your thoughts on what we should do next episode. For now, this has been Ev, bringing the blaze back. And always remember to stay blazing.